Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to my thought for the day, my guidepost, my signpost. Today it's based on a poem I wrote back in 2016. It's called Love Resides Within. From nowhere to now here, from spirit into form, life and light together came, and you and I were born. We breathed our first breath. Heaven's memory still there, but we were both unique and new and came to show God cares. A tiny ambassador of him, packaged into such a tiny frame, but full of divine mercy to reveal his love again. And as we grew apart from him, so we must return. The journey of the prodigal, we all take our time to learn. The quest takes us here and there, but we were meant to win. Please make it soon, not late, that we realise love resides within. I think it's a beautiful little poem, and one I should be proud of. In fact, I am. So it's a beautiful story. The story of the prodigal son. It's about there's two man with two sons, and the two sons, one of them stays home with dad and does everything dad says and thinks dad's wonderful, and everything goes well in his life, and he never strays away from his father's home. And yet the brother is the entire opposite, and he says, no, I've worked this one out. When you die, Dad, half of the money that you have, half of the property that you have is mine. I want my share now. I don't want to be an old man when I get my share of what's mine. I would like you to sell half of everything and let me have my money now. And his father let him have that. His father went along with the idea, and the man took the money and he went to foreign countries, and he went traveling, he went into a life of debauchery. He did everything that he knew his father would be displeased with. Wine, women and song, as the old saying goes. He spent all the money. And when it was all gone, he ended up, and for the Jewish culture, this is the worst possible outcome, he ended up feeding pigs. And it says in the Bible that he was so hungry, he would have been willing to eat the pods that the pigs were being given. And then in this desperation, in this darkness, in this terrible situation he brought upon himself. All his friends were gone. As soon as the money had gone, his friends were gone. And he came to this amazing realization. Even the servants in my father's house, the slaves back then, they have a better life than this. And he said, I will arise and I will go to my father. And his father, he's never stopped worrying, wondering, praying, concerned about his son. And there he is, stood on the hill, waiting, looking, every day, looking for his son. Will his son return? Will his son return to him? And then he sees the man, his son, a long way off, and he runs down the hill, and he runs into his son's arms and throws himself. My son, you were dead, but now you are alive. Very emotional, these stories, aren't they? And got back home, they killed the fatted calf, and they had a big party. And his brother was very jealous. He said, I've done everything for you, Dad. I've done everything for this family. I've never asked you for a penny, but this degenerate guy, my brother, I don't know how I can even call him my brother, he took every single penny that was due to him before you died, and he's gone and wasted it all. And now here he is back in the house again, and you throw a big party for him and you kill the fatted calf. You've never done anything like that for me. And the father says to the younger brother, all I have is yours. But your brother, he was dead and now he is alive. He's come to his senses. It's not the actual leaving of the home that he was bothered about. The guy came to his senses. He understood what this life was all about. That he's the servants in his father's house. He said, I'm not worthy to be called your son. I'll be your servant. And he said, it doesn't work like that, lad. Yorkshire, you've gone Yorkshire as this prodigal father's son. Don't work like that, lad. You're my son and I love you. And why am I telling you this story this morning? Because the poem is about the fact that we, I believe, we are the ones who were sent from nowhere to now here, that little parenthesis in eternity. And we were sent here to display the love of the creator, of the source energy. We were sent here to be something special, to shine our light, you in your small corner and I in mine. We were sent here to shine the heavenly divine light into this three-dimensional world. That's really the job. That we agreed to it before we got here. That's my belief. We agreed to this role that we would have, and yet many of us go prodigal. You know, we end up throwing it all away. But then comes that moment of coming to your senses, of realizing who you are, why you're here, the humility of it. I've lost face. No one's going to take me seriously now, but I'm still going to return to my father's house. I'm still going to follow the calling that I was sent here with. And they talk about conversion, don't they, within Christianity? They talk about awakening within Eastern mysticism. It doesn't matter what you call it. It's just realizing who you are. You're special. You really are. Divinity personified. You're a little bit of God. You're the ocean in a bucket rather than a bucket in the ocean. You are filled with the same essence. Your spirit is of the same essence as the one who made everything that you're looking at behind me. The beauty of nature, the sunlight, the sky, the leaves, the bluebells, everything made you, me. So I wanted to bring that poem to you to remind you today, you have a high calling, you are amazing, you are special. And maybe you've gone a bit prodigal, I don't know. I do from time to time. Maybe you've gone a bit prodigal and this is a prod, a prod to the prodigal. Come back to your father's house. He loves you. He wants the best for you. And that brother of yours who is jealous, he'll come round. He's got his own prodigal journey. He never actually left the house, but he still needs to return, doesn't he, to love, to the love that resides within. I'm going to read my poem again. I'm going to wish you a wonderful day and enjoy the thunderstorm later if you're in the UK. The might of nature, the power of Gaia. Just remember who you are, that there's a greater power that lies within, that resides within you, than all the so-called powers of this earth, because you have the power divine. It's yours and it's mine. Love resides within. From nowhere to now here, from spirit into form, life and light together came, and you and I were born. We breathed our first breath, heaven's memory's still there, and we were both unique and new, and came to show God cares. A tiny ambassador of him, packaged into such a tiny frame, but full of divine mercy, to reveal his love again. As we grew apart from him, so we must return. The journey of the prodigal, we all take our time to learn. The quest takes us here and there, but we were meant to win. Please make it soon, not late, that we realize love resides within. Namaste.